Okay, we're back for turn 35, where we got a couple of like ongoing engagements which are going to continue. We've got this kind of slow burn firefight over here where neither side is really pushing. We have spotted like a little position up here. General has got tucked into this road in this kind of area. He's got a 6-pounder and a Vickers machine gun, and they are shooting up our lone little pixel trippin up there. That's why he's a bit suppressed. So the Panther's moving up to take some, put some fire into there. Not too worried because it's giving its frontal armour to the 6-pounder, and that's a fair way, so should be safe. Fingers crossed. The mortar over here is also going to be dropping some bombs in it. We'll see what happens down here, and as before, we are kind of like slowly moving up. Like a reasonably sized kind of infantry presence up here, because once we get into town we're going to need a lot of bodies to make things pan out the way we want them to pan out, and the last thing we want to do is like kind of trickle in and get picked off. We've also got a couple of... This team here is not that one. This one is moving up the main road a little bit, and this team here is moving up here. It is a little counterintuitive. I'm used this road to get these guys down into the farm, and I'm now using this road and this road. I'm used to thinking, well, let's not use the roads because they're obvious targets, but the fields are even worse, and they're obviously dominated from quite a few angles, while the roads are kind of safe down the Bocage. He says, before he gets shockingly ambushed and massacred. But that's why we send teams first. Scouts are expendable, guys. There's also a Typhoon flying around, or a Spitfire, some kind of RAF moustache person up there shooting things. His last burst was on the destroyed Panther down there, so we kind of dodged a bullet there. And it was a very short burst, so I am kind of wondering if he's run out of ammunition. I'm really hoping that this Opel Blitz here does not get wrecked. Because I want to swap those MG teams with some of my infantry up here, so I have a bit more flexibility on this flank. But yeah, we're just going to press go and see what we get. And I'll move the camera back a little bit further than usual so I can keep an eye on that Opel Blitz. And was that a moving tank contact there? Might be. A bit more artillery going in. Ooh, contact up there. And a tank there. That might be the Firefly from earlier. We'll see who can see that. And yeah, more infantry up there as well. That looked like an explosion. Yeah, mortars dropping down there around the farm. See what kind of effect they have. Shots on the Panther. I'm going to have a look at that. And ooh, was that the Stug? Yeah, the Stug's dead. Or at least severely damaged. We'll see what did that. That's what you get when you leave it in one place for too long, Atlas. You're an idiot. Okay, and is that a tank contact down here that we've spotted? It is. Is that... You can see that. Yeah. 42. Okay, cool. Let's see what's happened over here. Luckily, no more planes. Don't know what that is though. Where's that come from? That looks like a mortar spotting around of some description. Right, let's focus in on what's happening here. And these are rounds that the mortar already had in the air. another 2-inch mortar, maybe. Just turn the trees off. And yeah, we're trying to fire, but it looks... Come on, Panther, shoot something. It's a bit of small arms, but that's from the mortar too. Anytime you want to shoot, you just do it, Mr. Panther. Anytime. Anytime. That's interesting. That is an optimistic Willis Jeep, but clearly Jen's moving his forces up here, so we're worrying him a little bit, at least. But yeah, it looks like that Panther can't actually engage down here like we want it to, which is very depressing. Yeah, see, it just goes into a loop. So maybe it doesn't. Once it gets into position, maybe it doesn't actually have eyes on. Let's see what that round did. That was an upper front hull hit. That's a 6-pounder. That 6-pounder, in fact. So Jen's got at least two, maybe, yeah, 2 6-pounders up there. I really regret having the target arc on that recce team there now. Alright, and let's see what's going on. Jen is starting to hit around the farm now, isn't he? But what with? That was the shell hitting the Panther. I'm not sure if they're mortars. That might be direct fire from a tank. Oh no. No, it's mortars. It's mortars. It's okay. We should be fairly safe in the buildings, he says. We should bring the Panther back a bit though. And how did actually... May as well actually see how we got on with these mortars. So, yeah, one. Yeah, just one kind of overshoot there. Okay, cool. Let's see what happened. What happened to the Stug? So it's sitting there, minding its own business. And then we get a top penetration. Right, so it came from over there. Boom, straight through. Ouch. Was that the Firefly then? No. Was it the Achilles? I don't think so. No. So... I think it might be that Firefly that Jen had in depth. Okay, so let's plot a line. That's where the shell ended up. This is like CSI Normandy, isn't it? So there is something up that line, I think. Yeah, around there. Yeah, that's where we saw that Firefly before, isn't it? So it might be lurking. In fact, it might be this spotting contact. Yes, it is that spotting contact. So, yeah. That's what you get when you leave your tanks in one place for too long. Hapless, you're an idiot. Go home. That's okay, we can roll with that. I still have, what, 4 Panthers? Then what happens with this tank up? Oh. Is that... No, it's breaking a hole in the... So Jen had it stashed behind the church all along. Which I kind of thought he might do. You can see it there. Oh, that was the penetration opening, wasn't it? Yeah. So yeah, that's the rounds bouncing off the hatch into the... yeah. That might have upset that Sherman a little bit. Pity we don't have a pack up there, but you know, that's his Rhino Sherman, the one that can break through the hedgerows. So I'm not sure what that's doing. Oh, General's brought up some more spotters for the Firefly there. Who can see them? You can see them. Yeah, you're going to shoot them in the next turn. And how are we doing? Ah, somebody is shooting at them. Right, let's see how this pans out. Where does this come from? Or is it my own fire from the 42s doing that? Yeah, it doesn't really look like anybody's actually shooting at them. I think, yeah, it is. It's the 42s doing it. 40. Comically, the actual 42 gunner in that squad is like, yeah, but it's just our guys. You know, you don't have to lie down, just stand up. Comedy. I'm interested as to why they're actually just standing there waiting to get shot. I should move them up to that wall, really. Yeah, now we're going to get into some dirty house-to-house fighting in there. It's going to be nasty. Right, it's only got 2 HE rounds left. We might as well spam them out there. Yeah. Oh, everything. Yeah, the Opal Blitz is on its way. Okay. Yeah, let's find out why the Panther... First, let's find out why that Panther can't actually engage. Because it doesn't have line of sight, that's why. Yeah, so let's try and get it to engage that kind of area. We'll get these guys to... Where's that? There's that 6-pounder. We'll get them to... Well, you guys can fire fry because I trust you. You guys... Come on, left a bit. Oh, it would be at the corner of a couple of squares, wouldn't it? Ugh. You guys can put some area fire down there and we'll see if we bag anything. That guy's got balls, look at him, he's actually aiming, he's actually going to fire at the 6-pounder up there. Let's hope we do some a bit of damage. We got the 2 guys left in that team. They can, yeah, they better just stay there really. better shoot at those guys down there while you're there. These guys are still completely unsuppressed, so... There's an ambush heading their way, or set to come their way, who knows. Have we got a gap here somewhere? Oh, we do. I wonder if it's worth thinking about moving a Panzerschreck team up there. Well, they're not really doing anything else, are they? So let's... bring these guys up. We'll see if we can't see what General does with that Sherman. Whether he wants it, whether it's panicking or something and it's legging it away, or whether he's redeploying it. It'd be interesting if he's bringing it into the town, you know, or whether he's going to park it like down here or something. It might be time to bring the other Panther out of hiding. But we'll see. Yep, right. You guys are still going. You guys can start following them now. Just pepper pot up. That's fire and manoeuvre for anyone who wasn't in the British Army. Or wasn't an army cadet. There's a probably more accurate way of putting that. Start moving some of you guys up. You guys need to you know what, you guys are probably actually safer hopping over that. No, you're not, because you would just put yourselves in some kind of stupid place, wouldn't you? Yeah, that should be okay for now. That second house from there, but that's about it. We'll get the that 42 there to... Oh, we'll just get the 42s to stop firing in general, just to see if it has a reasonable kind of effect. Right, where's the rest of your... Oh, you guys have the Panzerschreck, don't you? Okay. Just gonna do a sneaky double check. Now we can't recrew the Panther there. But I think we're getting there. How are we doing for ammo? Wrong tab. 760, more than 1,000. 660. Cool. I wonder if I could bring. I wonder if I could bring the feelings up on this side. That would be an interesting one. You know, can we bring the feelings up and start engaging Tommies? Only when they're suppressed, hapless, because they're made of paper. Yes, good thinking there, brain. but 75s, how are you doing? 9 minutes. It'll take us 4 minutes to adjust the strike. That will probably be worth it, or 3 minutes rather. Just to shift it a little bit, just a little bit. I'm used to having so much more better artillery at my fingertips, and cheaper artillery. Yeah. Hey, let's press go, see what we get. Fuck all shouldn't be too far off now, should it? Ah, it's attacking. Excellent. Please, pick something good.